Hi guys, we will be able to see our past life records uh, by doing Akashic channeling using tarot or doing some of the past life readings. But there is something called future life progression, which you can only see by envisioning yourself in a parallel or a future timeline. This is something that I wanted to talk about because some of the planets are going retrograde like Mercury. So people tend to go back to the past lives and unable to move forward or take a decision onto choosing a future energetic portal or a timeline. This can be accessed by our own uh, future memories. Just like we awaken our past life memories, we are able to awake our future life memories also. And this is something that people doesn't know much about, which is why they are reluctant in accepting a Zoom session with a soul group or a spirit messenger. Say, for example, I was offering Zoom counseling sessions to channel tarot, intuitive spreads on doing past life readings, and for dream interpretation as well as soul retrieval. Now, there are people who might have decided on choosing the Zoom session, but then they will suddenly think that why I need to move forward into this particular timeline. This is a natural concern that everyone may have, and in order to take a firm decision on yourself and move to a future timeline, awakening your future memories will help you do that. This need not be something that you can experiment with just a Zoom session or something that you wanted to learn. Say, for example, you might have thought of applying to learn something, and we'll be able to move into these future timelines if you are letting go of the past so that you open yourself to new challenges. Then what happens is your energetic body will pick up those vibrations which are open to change, so that you may be able to revisit some of the options you have considered in the past, which will help you move into a future timeline of yours. There are several things that I wanted to discuss uh, about this moving into a future timeline, because you can access any of these energetic portals of frequencies using a trigonic record keeper crystal. Say, for example, you can meditate with that. You can use ethereal crystals, or you can use the oversouls crystal devas to connect to these particular oversouls, and you can try to do a meditation for accessing your future memories. What happens for people is that when they normally uh, do a meditation or say walk in the park or the beach, they will get visions or glimpses of their own future, because nowadays there are a lot of restrictions in international travel. So most of the folks are experiencing their own future timelines because of the ascension of the frequency of the planet. Mostly everybody has ascended into the 5D frequency and the 5D consciousness, and because of these travel restrictions going on, people tend to use the time available for them to envision their own future selves. And there are several examples of people revisiting those future timelines. Say, for example, suppose I am walking in the park and I am getting a vision about myself, say traveling in a black car with a soul friend of mine from one of my soul family, and this could be only uh, a future timeline where we are progressing to have a discussion about something that we wanted commonly want to bring attention to. This is an example of envisioning yourself in your future. So if you are getting such visions or trances while you are awake, you need to take a note of those memories that are coming, and instead of keeping to continue being in the past timelines, if you are getting these kind of hints or memories about your future, it will be good to revisit those timelines, because it will help you open those energetic portals and frequencies around you, which will help you move forward into your own future self. If you unify your past, present, and future in the 5D consciousness, you are a limitless, infinite being who holds everything in a unilateral way. And the consciousness is pointing to a single object, which is your soul, which is the energetic body that carries imprint from several incarnations. And what happens when the soul passes away is something you need to envision about yourself. Then you will be able to open up your future timeline. Then your energetic body will get attuned to your own future self and start taking actions in order to converge into that future timeline of yours. Then what will happen is there will be certain distance that you would have kept postponing or thought of attending, or wanting to do something about yourself, which you will start taking action on. Say for example, you would have wanted to attend a Zoom counseling session, for example with me, or some of the other spirit messengers who wanted to help you on a certain topic that you want to unravel yourself, or to learn something new which you always wanted to do as a passion in order to become the future self of yours. So what happens is those major decisions which you would have postponed, thinking that these things can be uh, decided about these things later, those things can be unraveled now itself when you envision yourself on a future timeline of yours. The best way to achieve this is to try to do a meditation with the help of a trigonic record keeper. The advantage of the trigonic record keeper crystal is that it will help you move to a future timeline of yours. Normally, all these readings, which are Akashic records, past life, they all, the past life readings only show about what has happened in your past, but nothing talks much about your future self. And the future self lies in the consciousness of your soul space, which you need to figure out yourself either by meditating or by using the timelines and frequencies available to you in order to move into a better version of yourself. Now, once we do the soul retrieval of your soul fragments and do the soul fitment to embody the true soul purpose of what you are during this lifetime, then mostly you will have a better idea about what your soul wants to do during this lifetime, and that will give you the hints about finding your true purpose in life and activate your tree of life and the gifts you have using the flower of life. So soul retrieval is something that you can either take the help using intuitive channeling, or you can listen to any of the soul retrieval or chakra tune up meditations. What happens is that your seven chakra system, they will get realigned often when we revisit our own past timelines. Now due to these planets going retrograde, what people tends to do is that they forget what is going to happen to yourself in the future, but simply living in the present will not help that way. You need to start making transitions or changes in order to become the future version of yourself. And if your soul is fragmented, then those fragments need to be assembled, and we need to do a soul fitment to have the proper soul retrieval. Once we do the soul retrieval, we'll be able to find out or figure out what is your true soul purpose, and what are the gifts you can use to perform your soul purpose or to achieve your soul purpose. Those things will help you move into a future timeline of yours, and that is when you start learning a new course, or say start creating something new that you always wanted to build. Those memories will be latent inside you, but you need to reassemble those memories in order to move into a future self of yours. Now, this soul retrieval is not only limited to people who are living. The soul retrieval can be done for people who are dead also. For people who have passed, what happens is that suppose they have passed due to an accident or a major illness, and they are still not able to do a closure of that. Last day I was talking about these animal spirits which have left an emotional debris within your surroundings, because they would have got either killed or died due to some unfinished business they have from their own lifetimes. They are trying to communicate to you by trying to pull your hair, or by listening to you, because you might be having a skill of communicating with animals. So they might try to pull your attention, as they don't have much social etiquette on how to uh, tune up to people, especially sitting in someone else's property. These animal spirits may catch your attention. So you need to do a closer of those souls. Basically, I had explained that during channeling for spirits, what are the negative spirits or entities that surrounds you. The same way is applicable for those human spirits that are troubling you, or is in your vicinity. Like one of the soul group I have attended had her cousin died due to an accident, and she was seeing him in her dreams very often, and she wanted to do a closer of this fellow, as I suggested doing an emotional cleansing meditation, and did a soul retrieval for this particular person using a tarot channeling, and did a closer of that, after which she stopped revisiting. This person stopped revisiting her in the dreams, and after the close-up, what happened was she saw him in a casket under the box, under a normal coffin, and those uh, dreams, haunting or dreams, just because the soul was not able to find its purpose in life, because that person was killed very young by an accident, by a motor accident, while he was traveling in a bike. And what happened was his soul was not able to fulfill the purpose in that particular lifetime. So animals or humans, if the spirit has not served the purpose during the incarnation that they lived around, what happens is that those souls tend to disturb others in the vicinity or surrounding us. So what happens is that this soul retrieval is something that we can do, because we are alive and we are in a place where we can assemble those soul fragments and understand what is our true embodiment of the soul purpose that we are supposed to undergo during this lifetime. For those souls who have passed, like your relatives or your pets or loved ones, you can use the help of intuitive channeling uh, using tarot spreads to help understand what the soul wants during those lifetimes. You can connect to those pets or loved ones or relatives that were deceased, and you can unravel what was the true soul purpose of those beings also. Now what I am saying is soul retrieval need not be limited to what uh, live people are supposed to do in the planet. So what happens is that you need to figure out what is your purpose by going to the end point where you will become a point of consciousness in the space time when you also pass away, and then only you will be able to move into a direction of how your future is going to be. Then once you envision yourself in your future being or your future self, you will start getting visions or glimpses about your future as you walk in a park or sit in a bench or walk in a beach. You might be getting visions about your own future as to you doing something or meeting certain person in your future, or doing something together with someone, or doing a mission with some higher dimensional being who has a parallel lifetime with you, who is sharing the same soul space with you. There might be larger part of earth missions that you are supposed to undertake during this lifetime. Those are all things that you can explore by connecting to your spirit guides, your higher self, and asking more details about what you want to be in your future. So for getting this kind of information, doing past life readings or akashic readings will help you channel from spirit as to what your original intentions were during your previous incarnations, and we can extrapolate those information with the akashic records to find out what is your true purpose during this lifetime. I think I had shown sessions on both past life readings and soul retrieval, akashic records. uh, all of those were channeled using intuitive spreads. We can take the help of those spreads to know detail about what is our life purpose. Now, tree of life and flower of life are the two important themes when it comes to akashic records. And tree of life will help you uh, move to a permanent career or a change in your uh, activity, field of activity, by finding out where your talents are using the flower of gifts. Flower of gifts point you to the soul gift that you might have in this lifetime, and it will help you chart a career or a future life based on the gifts that you might have. And tree of life will help you have an abundant and prosperous life uh, by eliminating the negative patterns or cycles that is coming out in your life repeatedly. And if there is a need of doing past life regression or emotional or trauma healing or childhood regression, sexual abuse healing, these are all things that we need to do if there are any wounds or shocks or emotional trauma associated from the past life. And there are some soul groups who wanted to heal from such situations. Say for example, for this soul group of mine, uh, she had a sexual abuse issue with her cousin while she was 12-year old. So I told her to go to that inner child while she was 12 years, to go and heal and let go of those past incidents in order to close the situation completely and move into a future timeline. Then she wanted to do a relationship spread with another person, and she wanted to know the progress of that also. So we do relationship channelings and relationship healing also, and coaching. Emotional healing or wound healing is something that we majorly take with the help of chakra. Then we provide chakra healing, balancing, and correction for such issues.